your biggest back bend. Go easy. Keep moving your lower ribs back and tailbone down. Open your elbows out to the side, arms out to the side, and swan dive. Interlace your fingers towards the ceiling behind your back and straighten your arms. In this first forward bend, if you need to soften your knees, do, and let your head hang heavily. Release your tongue, release your neck, and let your belly go now. Release your hands to the floor. Lengthen your heart forward so the spine is straight. Put your hands on your shin bones. Take a deep inhale. Exhale out of the mouth really strongly as you lay over the legs. Now soften your knees, don't breathe. Seal your nose and your lips and roll up slowly all the way up to stand on empty. When you need to breathe, reach the arms out and all the way up. See your thumbs. Draw your prayer to your heart and exhale. Reach the arms up alongside your ears. Long inhale. Chin to chest, prayer behind your neck, elbows to ceiling. Contract through the abdominals. Tuck your tailbone. Inhale, lift up into a back bend. Keep your elbows towards the ceiling. Squeeze the sides of your head. On your next exhale, open the arms out to the side, behind the back, making a fist as you forward bend. Bend your knees, put your hands on the floor. Step your right foot back into a lunge and breathe in. Lower your right knee down, straighten your front leg, and exhale. Inhale, bend your front knee. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Repeat one more time. Wrap your breath around the movement. So inhaling to bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend your front knee. Walk your hands up onto your left thigh. Pull your belly in and contract your abdominals. Tuck your tailbone a lot. Let your chin fall towards your chest. Tuck your tailbone, tuck, tuck. Lower ribs move back. This is the same action we're taking with prayer behind the neck. Lift your chest, reach the arms up. Press your palms together, see your hands. Prayer behind your neck, elbows to ceiling. Contract your abdominals. Let your head fall to your chest. Pull your belly in and round. Twice more like that. Inhale, lengthen your waist as you back bend. Pull in and contract. Now stabilizing the pelvis as you contract, pull your left thigh bone back, right hip point forward. Yeah. Inhale, lift your heart up. Last one, pull in and contract. Inhale, lift your heart up. Open your elbows out to the side. Open your arms really wide. Place your hands down either side of your front foot. Straighten both legs. If you find the left hamstring feels tight, you can soften your left knee for a moment. Grab both blocks. Put them underneath your hands. Put them on their second height and straighten both legs. Let your head hang. Try to pull your lower ribs forward over your left thigh, your front leg. Relax your head now. Relax your jaw. And try to release the cervical spine, the neck, from right between the scapula. And draw your lower navel up. Yeah, supporting your sacral area. Lengthen your heart forward and breathe in. Turn your right heel in and down. Move your right hand forward. You can just pick your block up and move it forward 2 to 3 inches. Bend your back knee, your right knee. Let your head hang again. Now swing your butt back behind you further with your right heel on the ground. The intention here is to stretch out your right side waist and your left groin. So let your head hang so the neck's not working. Keep your back heel on the ground. Exactly. Come forward to a low lunge. Move your blocks off to the side. Plant your palms. Pick your left foot up. Downward facing dog. Lower your knees to the ground and breathe in. Lift to a cow pose. Pull the belly in, cat pose. Same action we're working with throughout the series. Belly to spine. Inhale, lengthen your waist. Try to avoid collapsing in the lower back. Exhale, pull in and round. Inhale, cow pose. Pull your chest forward. Exhale, pull in and round. Inhale to a neutral spine, meaning long spine from tailbone to crown of head. Now crawl your knees back just an inch. We're going to move forward into a modified Chaturanga Dandasana. So let your pelvis move forward towards the floor, the thighs move towards the floor, and bend your elbows. Stay right there. Now tuck your tailbone a lot, round your back cat spine right here. Let your head hang. Yes, more lower ribs lifting, tailbone tucking. Come to a cobra pose. You're just going to let the thighs come down, pelvis down, bend your elbows, lift your sternal plate. Lay all the way down, let your forehead come to the ground. Lift to a cobra and breathe in. Press your knees into the ground. Modified Chaturanga Dandasana. Add cat spine. Yes, twice more like that. Cobra, inhale. So this is all about the abdominals. Pull the belly and contract. Work the midline, heavy head. Last one. Inhale, cobra. Roll your shoulders down the back. Exhale, contract the abdominals. Press your knees. From here, tuck your toes. Push back, downward facing dog. Hold downward facing dog 3 breaths. You can let the neck release, jaw soften. Try to maintain support of the sacral area by lifting the lower belly. Breathe your right leg up. Draw your knee into your chest and exhale. Step between your hands, breathe in. Step your left foot forward next to your right, fold over the legs and exhale. Put your hands on your shin bones, lengthen your heart forward and breathe in. Weight right over the arches of the feet. Blow out of the mouth and round, 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 round. Soften your knees on empty. Roll up to stand without breathing. Heavy head, release your upper back, belly to spine. Relax your belly, reach the arms out and all the way up. Look at your thumbs and breathe in. Prayer behind your neck, elbows to the ceiling. Contract your abdominals, cat spine. We're moving to the other side. Lift your heart up, breathe in. Open the elbows out to the side, arms out to the side, forward bend, fist behind your back, crown of the head towards the floor. Bend your knees, put your hands on the ground, breathe in. Step your left foot back into a lunge and breathe out. Lower your left knee to the ground, breathe in. Straighten your right leg, lay over your right leg, exhale. Bend your front knee and breathe in. Straighten, exhale. Bend, breathe in. Straighten, exhale. Bend your right knee, breathe in. Walk your hands up onto your right thigh and exhale. Tuck your tailbone a lot, really tuck. So you're moving the pelvis into a posterior tip. So your tailbone's going to swing underneath you. Contract your spine like a cat as you push your hands into your right thigh. Lower ribs move back. Think about the primary action being in your lower belly, from pubic bone to lower ribs. Really tuck, tuck, tuck. So we'll establish the strength in the lower belly. Then isolate the thoracic spine as you lift your heart up, reach your arms up alongside your ears. See your palms. Bend your elbows towards the ceiling. Prayer behind your neck. On your next exhale, contract your abdominals, pull your outer right thigh bone back and your left hip point forward to stabilize the pelvis. Lift your heart up and breathe in. Pull in and round, exhale, 2 of 3. One more time like that. Inhale. Exhale, contract. Inhale, lift your heart. Open your arms out to the side. Frame your front foot. If you need your blocks, grab your blocks and straighten both legs. Lay over your right thigh, relax your neck, relax your tongue, relax your jaw. Turn your left heel, your back heel in and down. Bend your left knee. Reach your left arm further forward, so we're stretching out the left side waist, the right inner thigh. Come to a low lunge, moving your blocks away. Step back, downward facing dog. Lower your knees to the ground, cow pose. Breathe in. Cat pose, breathe in. Twice more like this. Lengthen your waist, breathe in, back bend. Contract the abdominals, wrap the back body around into the front body, release your neck. Last time, lengthen and back bend. Contract and hang round. Lengthen your spine, neutral spine, tailbone in line with crown of head. If you need to move your knees back just a little, take them back about an inch. Pull your pelvis forward. You're in a modified plank to chaturanga. Bend your elbows. Stay right there. Pull your belly in, tuck your tailbone a lot. Yes, now you've activated your abdominals. Keep them active and come to a cobra. Untuck your toes and breathe in. Modified chaturanga with a cat spine. Exhale. Pull your belly in and tuck. Twice more. Inhale. It's the last time. We'll do it 3 times. Pull in and round. Last one. Lift your heart up. Now use the contraction to move back to downward facing dog. Each time you move out of a back bend to down dog, work in this way, contracting. Let your head hang. Soften your tongue. Soften your jaw. Lift your lower belly. Try to reach both heels evenly into the ground. See if you can lengthen your inner thighs. Breathe your left leg up. Inhale. Draw your knee to your chest. Contract the abdominals as you exhale. Step between the hands slowly. On your next exhale, step your right foot forward. Lengthen your heart forward. Put your hands on your shin bones. Big breath in. Strongly blow out of the mouth. Drop your head. You can soften your knees. Roll up on empty, sucking belly up into spine. Flare the ribs, right, left, front, back. Relax the shoulders. Reach the arms out and all the way up. Breathe in. Hands in prayer at the heart. Exhale. Now we'll flow the sequence. Reach the arms up. Breathe in. See your palms. See the heel of your hands. Bend your elbows towards the ceiling. Prayer behind your neck. Contract, contract, contract. Establish strong abdominals. Keep the abdominals strong. Back bend. Breathe in. Open your arms out and behind the back as you swan dive. Interlace your fingers. Exhale. Bend your knees. Put your hands on the ground. Breathe in. Step your right foot back into a lunge. Exhale. Breathe in. Lift your heart. Lower your right knee. Straighten your front leg and fold. Exhale. Bend your front knee. Breathe in. Walk your hands up onto your left thigh and exhale. Pull your left thigh bone back. Reach the arms up. Press your palms together. See the heel of your hand so you're lifting your chest. Prayer behind your neck. Contract. Pull your lower ribs back. Round like a cat. Left thigh bone moves back. Lower ribs. Lots of lower ribs. Pull back. Inhale. Lift your heart up. Open your elbows out. Frame your front foot. Straighten both legs. Drop your back heel in and down. Stretch your right side waist, bending your back knee. On your next inhale, come to a low lunge. Begin the exhale. Step back, downward facing dog. Lower your knees to the floor. Lift your heart up and breathe in. Pull the belly in round like a cat. Exhale. Inhale to a modified plank. So chest forward, tailbone in line with crown of head. Exhale, modified chaturanga. Pull your belly in and round, 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 round. Inhale, cobra. Let your thigh bones come down. Point your toes back. Bend your elbows just a little bit. Drag your heart forward. Pick your back ribs up. Downward facing dog. Breathe your right leg up. Inhale. Knee to chest, exhale, pick your back ribs up, thoracic spine to the ceiling. Lift your upper back, step between the hands. On your next exhale, step your left foot forward. Put your hands on your shin bones. Lengthen your heart forward, long breath in. Blow out of the mouth, rounding over the legs. Pull the belly in, soften your knees, roll up. Let's roll up in 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach the arms out and all the way up. Back ribs lift. Exhale, contract. Prayer behind your neck. Lower ribs pull back. Tuck your tailbone. Lift your heart up and breathe in. Open your elbows out to the side, swan dive, make a fist behind your back towards the ceiling as you drop your head. Put your hands on the floor, lengthen your heart forward. Exhale, step your left foot back. Inhale, lower your left knee, lift your heart. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Inhale, bend your right knee. Place your hands on your right thigh, lifting your torso. Tuck your tailbone a lot. So you're trying to swing your sitting bones underneath you towards the front of your mat. Let your head drop towards your chest. Lower ribs, a lot of lower ribs. So think lower navel pulling back. So it's more about the lower belly. Yes. Keep the strength in the abdominals. Reach your arms up. See your hands breathe in. Bend your elbows towards the ceiling, prayer behind your neck. On your next exhale, contract, round. Inhale, back bend, lift your heart. Open the arms out, frame your front foot, straighten both legs, drop your head. Drop your back heel in and down, extend your left arm further forward, bend your back knee, lengthen your left side waist. Low lunge, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Lower your knees to the ground, lift your heart, breathe in. Cat spine, pull the belly in, wrap your back body into your front body. Inhale, modified plank, so come forward, neutral spine, crown ahead in line with tail. So drop your pelvis a little so your tailbone's in line with your head. Now bend your elbows, pull your belly in and pick your back ribs up. It's a lot of work in the abdominals. Try to avoid working the upper back, neck, and jaw. Cobra, breathe in. Contract to find downward facing dog. Breathe your left leg up, inhale. Draw your knee to chest, exhale. Step between the hands, breathe in. Step your right foot forward and fold, exhale. Put your hands on your shin bones, lengthen your heart forward, inhale. Blow out of the mouth really strongly, exhale. Flare your ribs, soften your knees, roll up slowly. 3, relax your neck. 2, 1, relax your belly, reach the arms out and up, inhale. Hands to the heart, exhale. You could repeat this series right, left, one more time, making this 3 rounds, or rest here in preparation for Surya Namaskar A. Reach the arms up, pick your back ribs up, see your hands. Swan dive over the legs, forward bend. Lengthen your heart forward. Press your palms. You can bend your knees to plant your palms. Step back, lower to Chaturanga Dandasana. Pull the belly in to lift into the back bend. Pick your back ribs up so you're really toning the back body, head of the arm bones back. Now remember the contraction to downward facing dog. Pick your back ribs up, roll over the tops of the feet, step back, downward facing dog. Hold downward facing dog 3 to 5 breaths. Now let's work with the back of your ears between your arms. So rather than hanging your head, lengthen your neck so you feel a long line from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Wrapping the back body around into the front body, drawing the mind down through the center. Step your right foot forward between your hands. Step your left foot forward, fold over your legs. Reach your arms out into a T to hinge up on inhale. Bring your hands into prayer at your heart. You can continue stepping for the next 2 rounds or add jumps. Reach the arms up, lift your heart. Swan dive over the legs, forward bend. Lengthen your heart forward and breathe in, preparing to jump. Step or jump back, bottom of a push-up. Navel lifts, back bending, upward facing dog. Tone the back body to downward facing dog. Back of the ears between the arms. Try to release your upper traps. Wrap your triceps back towards the back of your mat. Biceps wrap towards the face and to the front of the mat. Relax your jaw. Relax your neck. Prepare to jump by lifting to the ball of the feet. Draw your navel into your spine. Look towards the front of your mat. Soften your knees. Finish your exhale so the navel lifts to the spine. Hop to the hands. Fly your heart forward and breathe in. Long neck. Fold. Try to press your palms either side of your feet. Reach arms out into a T. Lift your lower belly. Stand all the way up. Look at your hands. Press your palms together. Draw your prayer to your heart. Reach the arms up and breathe in. Swan dive over the legs, forward bend. Lengthen your heart forward. Tailbone in line with crown of the head. Soften your knees, plant your palms, jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog, tone your back body, shoulder heads back. Contract to downward facing dog, hold 3 to 5 breaths. Lengthen the spine. Soften your neck. Prep to jump. Soften your knees, finish the exhale. Jump to your hands. Lengthen your heart forward, long back of the neck. Fold, press palms either side of your feet. Reach the arms out into a T. Try to line your hands up with your shoulders, so straight out to the sides. Hinge up, reach the arms up, grow the waist really long. Breathe in, see your hands. Draw the hands to the heart, exhale. So this was 3 rounds. You could continue for 2 more rounds or hold here in preparation for standing poses. Holding standing sequence. Reach the arms up and breathe in. Bend the elbows to the ceiling. Contract your abdominals. Pull your lower ribs back. Inhale, lift your heart up. Open your elbows out to the side. Swan dive over the legs. Forward bend, fist behind your back. Bend your knees deeply. Draw your chest forward. Now do try to draw your lower ribs towards the front of your mat now. Towards the front of your mat. It's really opposite of what we've been working with. So you're dragging your lower ribs forward. Now pick your arms up off your lower back. Lift your chest more. Yes. And draw your right knee towards your chest. Flex your right ankle. Pick your back ribs up. Extend your right leg back into warrior 3. It's totally reasonable to put your hands on the ground here or turn your blocks up on their highest expression underneath your hands. Wrap your right hip point down so you're even across your pelvis and sacral area. Pull the belly in, pick your back ribs up while trying to extend your heart forward. So there's both an extending forward moving action of the lower ribs and an upward backward moving action of the back ribs. Support the pose with your lower belly. Bend your left knee. Step your right foot to the ground. Lower your right knee down. Swing the arms forward and up alongside the ears. Press your palms together. See your hands. Bend your elbows towards the ceiling. Pull your belly in and contract. Round the back like a cat. Lower belly. Tuck your tailbone a lot. Pull your left thigh bone back. Really stabilizing through the pelvis now. So your left thigh bone's pulling back. Right hip points forward. Feel your left foot really grounded into the earth and back bend. Grow long through your waist. Now straighten your arms and steeple your fingers. So you're going to cross your middle through pinky finger and cross your thumbs. Your index fingers are pointing away. This is called Kali Mudra. Try to squeeze the sides of your head. Important to avoid dumping in the lower back. You want to wrap your back body around into the front body. So all the work we've done to activate the abdominals leads to a free back bend and open back bend. So we're trying to avoid pain in the lower back. Draw your tailbone down a little bit more. That's it. Neutralize the spine so you're going to come vertical. Yeah. Lift up and over to your left. Release your left hand to the ground, or you could come forward, grab your block, and put it underneath your left hand. Externally rotate your right arm a little bit more. So that means you're moving your tricep towards your face and drawing your shoulder down the back. Yes, scapula on the spine. And try to draw your lower ribs back and into the body. And rotate to your right. Keep pulling your left thigh bone back. Circle your right arm around and down. Frame your front foot. Tuck your back toes under. Straighten both legs. Drop your right heel in and down. Move your right hand further forward. Bend your back knee. Swing your hips to your left. Let your head hang. Move your left hand inside of your left foot. Come towards a low lunge, and we'll lower the elbows down to the ground, coming to lizard pose. So you might need to heel toe your left foot out to the outer edge of your mat. Do try to hug your left knee into your left arm. If you can't lower your elbows to the ground, you could lower them onto the blocks or keep your arms straight. So for a really soft pose, let your head hang and keep your right knee down. For a more energetic pose, you can tuck your right toes under, lift your right knee off the ground, and pull your chest forward. Keep pulling your outer right thigh bone forward. Yes, outer left thigh bone, the knee that's bent back. Now pick your right pelvic half up a lot. Lower your right knee to the ground. Walk your hands up, move your blocks away. Heel toe your foot back to the center of your mat. Plant your right palm down. Reach your left arm up and twist. Keep lifting your right pelvic half up a lot. Pin your outer left sitting bone down. So ideally, you're evening out across your sitting bone. So it takes a lot of work in the pelvis to lift your right sitting bone up and back. Yeah. And actually lengthen your lower back by sticking your butt back just a little bit. That's it. And pick your right foot up off the ground, maybe, and grab the outer edge of your ankle, so the pinky toe side. Yeah. Roll your left shoulder down the back. And to make this more about your quadriceps, you can poke your butt back into your right heel. To make it more about your groin, you can allow the pelvis to fall towards the floor. Release your back foot. Turn and frame your front foot with both hands and straighten your leg. Come to a high lunge, reach the arms up. Twist to your left, right elbow outside of your left thigh, hands in prayer. If you need to lower your right knee to the ground again, do. As you twist, try to pick your right waist up away from your left thigh. And you want the prayer of your hands right between your nipples, not over the left side of your chest. Try to roll your shoulders down the back, relax your neck, relax your jaw, and pick your right thigh bone up. Yes. Release the twist, reach the arms up alongside your ears. Straighten your back leg. If it's on the ground, you'll be in a high lunge. Steeple your hands in Kali Mudra. Keep Kali Mudra open to Warrior 2, dropping your back heel in and down. Try to bend your front knee until the thighs parallel to the floor, parallel to the ceiling and the floor. And let this be about finding symmetry through the midline. Try to equalize the weight between your right foot and your left foot. Strong arms, strong legs, and soften, crown of head to tailbone. Reverse Warrior 2, lift up and over to your right, and allow your right hand to float down to your right leg, left arm alongside the ear. 3 breaths. Straighten your left leg, come to triangle. So you extend your left waist forward. Place your left hand on your shin bone. And press your shin bone up into your hand, and your hand into the shin bone to avoid locking back through the knee. You want to lift your left quadriceps up. You can continue to hold your right hip. Move your left ribs forward towards the front of your mat. So you feel your left side waist, the bottom waist, extending towards the front of your mat. Move the lower ribs back and into the body. Now reach your right arm up to the sky. You can look up at your right hand or look straight forward, keeping the neck long. Try to swing your hips to the right a little bit more, extending your left sideways. Relax the front of your throat, take your head back just a little. We'll come into side angle. Bend your left knee, put your left forearm on your thigh. You can hold your right hip. Draw your lower ribs into the body. Rotate your left chest towards the ceiling. If you feel comfortable here, you can put your left hand on the floor on the pinky toe side of the foot. Right arm alongside the ear. You can use a block underneath your left hand as well. Try to open your chest by opening your collarbones. So you're trying to extend your collarbones. Wrap your left chest towards the ceiling. Keep pulling your outer left thigh bone back, right hip point forward. Draw the navel in, lower ribs back. Walk your hands around to the right side of your mat as you straighten both legs. You'll be in Prasarita Padottanasana. So all 10 toes face the right side of your mat. Let your head hang. So you can use this to release and soften your spine. You can interlace the fingers around your neck and squeeze your cheekbones, which will help extend and release your cervical spine. You could also plant your palms on the ground, walking your hands back so the elbows are over the wrists. Draw your head to the ground. If your head easily comes to the ground, squeeze your elbows towards each other. Roll to the ball of your feet. Lift your legs out to the side. You can hold right there or take your legs all the way up and together, coming into a headstand. So we'll just touch the legs together. Wrap your inner thighs back. Extend through the balls of the feet. Spread out your toes. And make your way right back down. Now, as you come down, if you're in headstand, try to swing the legs forward alongside your waist. Squeeze your elbows towards each other and try to land your heels first. Otherwise, walk your feet forward onto the mat. Turn your left toes out. Bend your left knee. Hold your right waist. We're going to come into Ardha Chandrasana. Reach your left arm as far forward as you can, and then let your fingertips land right there. So extend your left arm way forward and let your fingertips land. Pull your belly in to drag your right foot halfway forward on your mat. Roll your chest towards the right side of your mat. So you're going to open your heart and lift your right leg up. Now feel that the rotation comes from your standing leg, not your top leg. The toes face the side of the room, not the ceiling. Try to wrap your left sitting bone underneath you. Now work a gentle contraction in the abdominals to support the sacral area. Lean back slightly in the upper back. Press the big toe mound of your standing foot. Relax your jaw. Maybe you'll extend your right arm. You can continue otherwise to hold the waist. Turn and place your right hand on the ground. Lift your right leg up into a standing split. And just let your head hang and relax here. You could choose to externally rotate your right leg, opening the hip, which makes it a bit of a softer pose, more about the groin and the right side waist. If you're working towards a handstand, you want to work parallel between the legs. So you'd wrap your right inner thigh to the ceiling. Wherever you are, relax your mouth, relax your jaw. Land your right foot next to your left. Lengthen your heart forward and breathe in. Blow out of the mouth, release any tension you may have gathered in the neck, and the jaw, and the face. Roll up to stand on empty slowly. Bend your knees, rolling up. Reach the arms out and all the way up. Inhale. Draw your hands to your heart in prayer. Exhale. Reach the arms up, breathe in. Bend your elbows towards the ceiling, prayer behind your neck. Contract your abdominals, exhale. Inhale, lift into a back bend. Open your elbows out, swan dive over the legs, forward bend, make a fist towards the ceiling as you drop your head down. Bend your knees deeply, chest forward. Now remember, you can use your hands on the ground here if you need. Otherwise, lift your left knee towards your chest first. You can keep your right knee bent, extend your left leg back, warrior 3. Keep pulling your outer right hip back, left hip point forward, and hold here, 3 breaths. You're going to pick your back ribs up towards your forearms and extend your upper front ribs forward. Pull your outer right thigh bone back. Bend your right knee. Slowly lower your left foot to the ground. Lower your knee to the ground. Swing the arms up alongside your ears. Breathe in. Bend your elbows towards the ceiling, pull your belly in, and contract, rounding your upper back. Inhale, lift your heart up, extend your arms, full Anjaneyasana with Kali Mudra. So the arms are straight, you're steepling the fingers, squeezing the sides of your head. Relax your mouth, working the abdominals and the legs to free up the back bend. Lift up and over to the right. Let your right fingertips float to the ground. Lengthen your left side waist. 3 breaths. Keep working to pull your outer right thigh bone back. Circle and frame your front foot with both hands. Straighten your legs, drop your head. Turn your back heel in and down. Move your left hand further forward, swing your butt off to your right. And we'll come to lizard pose. Come forward towards a low lunge. Heel toe your right foot out to the outer edge of your mat. Lower your elbows onto blocks or onto the ground. For a soft pose, knee down, head hangs. For a more active pose, toes tuck. Straight back leg, heart forward. Walk your hands up. Heel toe your right foot back to the midline. Reach your right arm up and twist. We're going to move your torso towards your right thigh and your right thigh towards your torso. Pick your left pelvic half up. Pull your outer right thigh bone back. Bending your left knee further, pick your left foot up. Grab the ankle on the pinky toe side of the foot. Roll your heart open. Relax your mouth. Relax your jaw. And release, coming back to a low lunge. And come to a high lunge. Reach the arms up alongside your ears. Twist to your right, left elbow outside of your right thigh. And again, if you need to lower your back knee to the ground, you can lower your back knee to the ground. Draw your prayer to your sternal plate, so right between the nipples, right at the heart. Try to create a little space between your lower left ribs and your right thigh. So you'll feel a drawing in and tucking back of the lower ribs and a pulling forward of the upper ribs around the collarbones. Try to lift your sitting bones up. Pull your outer right thigh bone back. Reach the arms up alongside your ears, steeple your fingers. If your back knee's on the ground, lift it up off the ground. Open to a warrior 2 with Kali Mudra. So you're going to keep your arms extended up alongside the ears, fingers extended, index fingers extended. Lift your right sitting bone and drop your left sitting bone so you're even across the waist. Draw your lower ribs back and in. Lift up and over to your left. So this is truly a side opener rather than a back bend. Let your left arm float down to your left leg. Straighten your right leg, coming into triangle. Extend your right ribs forward. Place your right hand on your right shin bone. Now point your tailbone towards your back heel. And finally, lift your left arm up. And try to press your right shin bone up into your hand and your hand into your shin bone. This prevents the locking back of the knee. Move your right ribs forward. Breathe into your back body. And side angle, bend your right knee. Fingertips on the ground outside of the foot or forearm on your thigh. Left arm extended alongside your ear. And try to externally rotate your top arm, so that means biceps towards your face and triceps away. Try to draw the head of your left arm bone down into the body, waist lengthens. Lower ribs back. Right sitting bone scoops underneath you. And circle around to Prasarita Padottanasana. So your hands are going to come to the floor and walk around to the left side of your mat. Let your head hang and take your variations here. Inversions, working on lengthening the hamstrings or lengthening your neck. If the feet are still on the floor, do pin the pinky toe side of your feet down, lifting the arches. Last breath here. Walk your hands back around to the front of your mat. You're going to prepare for Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So start in a low lunge. Reach your right arm as far forward on your mat as you can, or in front of your mat. Lower your back heel in and down. Hold your left waist. Drag your back foot forward, about halfway forward on your mat. Take all the weight into your right foot. Lift your back leg. Feel the rotation coming from your standing leg. So the tendency is to want to swing your tailbone back behind you and the right foot turns in. You're going to avoid that by wrapping your outer right thigh bone back. Activate your left inner thighs, your top one. So you're going to turn your left leg in just a little bit so the toes point to the side of the room. Breathe into your back body. Feel the abdominals working to support the sacrum and the heart moving forward towards the front of your mat. Finally, if you want to reach your left arm up, extending your arms, do. Square off your shoulders and your hips, putting your left hand down. Lift your left leg high, coming into standing splits. So if you cannot lift your leg higher than your sitting bones, you will be working in something that feels like a supported warrior 3, which is absolutely fine. You could put your hands on blocks again here too if you needed to. If your leg's higher than your hips, you might enjoy externally rotating your left leg and opening your inner thighs. Plant your left foot down next to your right. Lengthen your heart forward. Put your hands on your shin bones. Big breath in. Blow out all the air of the body. Blow it out. Empty, empty, empty. Soften your knees and roll up to stand slowly, slowly. Heavy head. You might bounce on your way up to release any tension gathered from standing poses. And when you need to breathe, breathe. Reach the arms out and up. And draw your hands into prayer at your heart. Congratulations, you made it through the standing sequence. Reach the arms up, deep breath in. Swan dive over the legs, forward bend. Walk your hands forward about a foot. Keep your feet together and bend your knees deeply. You want to try to keep your heels on the floor as you open your knees outside of your arms. We're going to come to Malasana. So the feet stay together from the base of your big toes all the way down to your heels. If your heels don't stay on the ground, it's absolutely fine. They might lift up a little bit, but the intention is to reach them towards the ground. Walk your hands forward. Let your elbows drop down towards the ground, and let your head rest. In the full pose, the arms are bound around your shin bones behind your back. I like to allow my elbows to slip down to the ground. And breathe into your thoracic spine. Lift your navel up into your sacrum. Into the sacrum. So you're still supporting with the lower belly. You could lift up into a crow here if you'd like to. Otherwise, let's hold another 2 long, deep breaths before making our way to downward facing dog. And walk your hands up. Step back to down dog. If you're working through a crow, you could take a vinyasa and meet us in downward facing dog. Breathe your right leg up, slow inhale. Draw your knee towards your chest. And turn the leg out towards pigeon, but I want you to take a very short pigeon, so lower your shin bone down. Lower your left knee to the ground. So ideally you feel very stable here. You're on your front and your back shin bones. Walk your hands back. Reach the arms up alongside the ears. And if you find it's difficult to reach the arms up, widen your stance a little bit. So you just move your right knee out to the right side of your mat more. Bend your elbows towards the ceiling. Prayer behind your neck. We're not going to round forward, but I do want you to pull the belly in and contract. So this is what we've been working towards, the ability to lift into a back bend without jamming into the lower back. So pick your back ribs up a lot. Feel your sitting bones scooping underneath you without squeezing your butt. Your right thigh bone's pulling back fiercely. Your left hip point, left leg's dragging forward. Now feel your inner thighs super active, so you feel like you're just sucking the earth right up into the midline. So all the energy of the earth moving right up through you and into your elbows. If you feel strong, comfortable, and flexible here, you could pick your back foot up off the floor and grab the foot with your hands, coming into full Raja Kapotasana. When you're ready, draw your navel to your spine, just come up to vertical, tip forward, put your hands down on the ground in front of you, slide your thighs apart, and draw your right knee forward or move your left leg back. Walk your hands forward and bow over the legs in a forward bend. You're still working to draw your outer right thigh bone back and your left hip point forward. Relax your mouth, relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, and just give in to gravity in this last breath. You might sigh out of the mouth. We've built a lot of energy. You've worked really hard. Let yourself soften here. And we'll meet in a downward facing dog. If you'd like a vinyasa, you could take a vinyasa, and you could step back to plank, chaturanga up, down, or just step back easily to downward facing dog. Left side. Breathe your left leg up slowly. Long inhale. Draw your knee to your chest. Open the hip for pigeon. Lower the shin bone. Lower your back shin bone. You want to feel stable on your front and back leg. Walk your hands back. Now, if you found that it was really difficult to reach the arms up still on your shin bones, you could grab blocks and put a block underneath each hand and stay right there. Otherwise, reach the arms up, bend your elbows towards the ceiling, pull your belly in. Don't round forward like a cat, but feel the action of the front body meeting the back body. Pick your back ribs up a lot. Strong abdominals. So in back bends, the primary action comes from the work of the abdominals and the strength of the legs, and then the spine can free up and grow up and out of the lower back. Breathe into the chest so you're stretching the heart, you're stretching the lungs. Feel the movement of your ribs. Pull the belly in, vertical spine. Reach your hands forward, place them on the ground, slide your thighs apart. Come to pigeon, extending forward over your leg, a forward bend in pigeon, 3 to 5 breaths. And feel the weight of your forehead into the ground. Roll your eyes back towards the midbrain. Fully connected to the midline, tailbone to the center brain. Walk your hands up. If you took a vinyasa on the other side, take one here, and we'll meet seated at the front of the mat. Otherwise, you can swing your right leg around in front of you. So just lower your knee down, swing your right leg around in front of you, and come to sit. Open your legs out, right, left. So your legs will be in a wide V. You can grab your thighs and externally rotate the head of your thigh bones. Lift your butt cheeks and you can spread your butt cheeks out and pull them back behind you. And put your hands on the floor behind you and sit really tall. Now notice if while doing this, your lower back still feels rounded or your thighs are rolling in. Turn your legs in, do the internal rotation for a moment. So your toes, pigeon toe. And then externally rotate toes towards the ceiling. If you cannot externally rotate toes towards the ceiling, not beyond, but straight up to the ceiling, or the lower back is rounded, sit up on a blanket, putting the blanket right underneath your sitting bones. You can stay right here or walk your hands out in front of you. Any amount. You might walk your hands all the way out. You might be able to take your chest all the way to the floor. I like to turn a block onto its second or highest expression and rest my head on the block, releasing tension gathered in the upper back, neck, or jaw. Tendency when we're working through all these back bends is to overuse the upper traps a bit. So work to release the muscles around the shoulders and the neck as you hang forward. Pull the head of the thigh bones to the midline. Yeah, so the pelvis is stable, inner thighs are opening. Walk your hands up. Turn your knees to the ceiling, plant your feet. We're going to roll down onto your back. Draw your knees towards your chest. Reach your arms out into a T. Let your knees fall to the right. Now press the back of your head into the floor. Lift your chest away from the floor and scoot it over to your right just a little bit. Yep, and you may find you can twist a bit further. Now pull your lower left ribs into the body, trying to meet the floor with your left mid-back. And come to center, change sides, 3 to 5 breaths, left side. So you might need to square off on the way there. Let your knees fall to the left, pressing the head into the floor, moving your shoulders to the left. So the idea is that you're trying to align the midbrain again, or the crown of the head with the tailbone. Drawing your lower right ribs in to find the floor with the left side waist, right side waist, the upper waist. And try this. Try to reach your right sitting bone towards the front of your mat. Yeah, and you'll feel your right side waist lengthen a little bit. If you've been working with a specific pranayama or breath practice, now is a good time to let it go. Still breathing really deeply, but without ujjayi. Without ujjayi. Walk your feet back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shin bones. Roll your head side to side. Land your feet and extend the legs away from you. Again, grab your butt cheeks, move your right butt cheek out to the right, left butt cheek out to the left, so you're exposing your sacrum. We've done a lot of heart opening, so lift your right shoulder and move your right shoulder out to the right. Rather than tucking them underneath you, actually let's open the upper back, so spread your shoulders out. Yeah. Turn your palms to face up and just let your legs relax. They'll probably flop open into external rotation. It's fine. You can try to keep them parallel for a moment, but let them go, so don't hold. Take a deep breath in through the nose, long, deep breath. And from tailbone all the way up, let go as you exhale. Soften and exhale. Any S sounds, hissing, big sounds through the throat that you need to take to let go here, do it. And let the mind now disappear into the midline. So we're going to rest here for 5 minutes. At the end of the 5 minutes, I'll bring you up to sit. So you can let go of time just for 5 minutes of your day and let the mind float in an objective mind in the midline. If you find that you're attached to a thought or you started planning your day, make a sound, clear the midline with the S sound or puffing out of the exhale, and start over again. Pull into a ball on your right side, so you're coming to a fetal position on your right side. Take a moment on your side to reflect on your practice. And when you're ready, make your way up to sit. Sit in an easy pose, cross-legged pose, or any position that's comfortable for you. Rest your hands on your knees, turning the palms to face up. Relax your shoulders down the back. And feel the power moving through your midline now. Mouth really soft. And congratulate yourself for starting your day by clearing and purifying the body. Sitting here for 10 breaths, imprinting well how you feel. At the end of 10 breaths, start your day feeling centered, calm, and strong.